Hello, Daz Studio patrons. I'm not from this world, and I want to welcome you back to my Daz Studio tutorial series. Thanks for joining me. I needed a little time off, but I'm back now, and in the time where I wasn't posting tutorials, I was doing a lot of rendering. I had to get my winter catalog for my comics finished and things like that. So I was really busy using Daz Studio, and one of the things I've noticed over the last week or so is a definite downgrade in the performance of my Daz Studio. So I thought I would share some of the things that might be causing your Daz Studio to work really slow or to even crash. I've had that infamous fatal error come up where you can't do anything and Daz Studio crashes and you have to just reboot it. Most of the time that happens when I start a render or when I start render queue. In this tutorial, I'm just going to show you 3 things that you need to do or you need to check when your Daz Studio is not performing the way that you want. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is check the install manager for updates. And so I've opened it up and it looks like there are some updates. Interestingly, there is a Daz Studio 2026 beta update. I'm guessing that is our updated Daz Studio 2025. Now maybe it's in beta form, which sounds really cool. I'm going to hold off on that. That might be a different tutorial. May have to look into that. But I've got these other products here that are also public build betas. Another Daz 4.24 beta. I don't think that's going to be affecting the problem I've been having. This doesn't look like a update to 4.24 that's ready to go. It's in beta. And if you've been following my channel, you know I'm really hesitant on updating without double checking things, going through the forums and making sure that there's no bugs. So I'm going to hold off on this as well. However, if there would have been a legitimate update, that might solve my problem. So the next thing I'm going to do is check my drivers and make sure they're updated. So I'm going to just type in NVIDIA to my search bar and go to the NVIDIA app. And once the NVIDIA app is open, I'm just going to go to the drivers. And I have the Studio driver uploaded, and it does say there is a new Studio driver available. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. This is probably the #1 problem that Daz users have when they start having trouble with Daz Studio. When Daz Studio is operating really slowly, you need to have these drivers updated. So I'm going to go ahead and download the new driver, and hopefully that's going to fix any issues. Updating your Daz Studio and making sure you download new drivers are tied together. So anytime you upgrade or upload an update to Daz Studio, make sure you check for new drivers. A lot of times people don't realize that their outdated driver is what's causing all of their Daz Studio issues. So this is probably the #1 thing that you need to do. Okay, so the download is almost finished. I should have done this earlier. It says that the new NVIDIA Studio driver was released on January 5th, and it's now February 21st. So I probably should have done this earlier. So I'm just going ahead with the final install here, getting the new driver set up. Now that my driver is updated, I had to restart Daz Studio. Everything kind of had to reboot. So now I'm back into Daz Studio, and hopefully that'll take care of a lot of the issues that I was having. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my C drive is as clear as possible. And I have to admit that my C drive is not in the greatest shape. If you look here, I only have 250 gigabytes free, but that's actually about 100 more than I had just a few minutes ago. I actually dumped a bunch of files that I didn't need anymore. Ironically, a lot of them were actually YouTube tutorial videos that I had stored on the C drive that I didn't even realize. And so I moved them over to my E drive. And now I don't have to worry about them. So the C drive is really important to keep as clear as you can because Daz Studio is running off the C drive. And even if you're using the GPU to render, you have to use the memory from your C drive, and you have to have some memory open on your C drive in order for Daz Studio to work properly. So I need to move, for example, my Daz Studio library from my C drive over to my E drive, and I know I need to do that, but getting rid of these videos and just kind of moving them really has opened up a lot more of my C drive. So do that and then play around with Daz. So now with these 3 things done, my Daz Studio should be working better and Milika should be more happy. So let's run a render here with cute Milika, and we'll make a thumbnail, maybe like this today, so I can put the words over here. And I hope this helped you. So I'll be back very soon to make some more tutorials, maybe give you some more advice on speeding up your system. I may be releasing a video soon where I'm comparing different GPUs, that kind of thing. And then of course, I always want your input, your ideas, your questions. That gives me more opportunities to make videos and help you. So I want to say thank you for everyone who's been supporting me over the last couple years. And until next time, I hope you have a great weekend and happy rendering.